Both were there tonight, Jim. Lots of folks showed up. It had a nice, good crowd at that meeting. The moderator for that meeting started off by telling everybody in the crowd, everybody on the stage, that they are part of the answer, but also part of the problem. For hours, they talk solutions.
I'm afraid. I can't walk my neighborhood.
Feeling like she's trapped inside her house, Maxine Anderson and her grandson made their way to a gun violence meeting. Anderson tells NBC 10 instead of walking 2 blocks in the neighborhood she's lived in for 50 years, she rides the bus. She's afraid of what could happen on Philly streets.
What kind of living is that?
It's almost like you're a prisoner in your own neighborhood, in your own home.
Yes, it is. And we as neighbors, we're tired of it.
It was a full house at MLK High School in West Oak Lane.
The people that are in the community have to take ownership of their block. You have to, if you see something, say something.
We have to make education relevant to careers.
It was all about finding solutions to the darkest cloud hanging over the city. One by one, they listed off their own ideas, and they were written down in front.
But imagine if the guy down the street, that just shot somebody, and everybody in here knows it, that all of us walked up the block and just stood out front of his house.
According to police, there have been 454 homicides so far this year, more than 3,300 shootings and 1,800 victims, all up from last year, and those last 2 numbers don't include this week. Commissioner Danielle Outlaw went to the meeting and was there to simply listen to concerned neighbors like Maxine Anderson.
Those are the people, however, that I like to hear from because they know what worked. They know what the community was like prior to what it is now, and they can say, look, back then, here's what we did.
So once again, the listening tour continues. The goal was not to have a formal plan. It was to come up with some ideas and solutions and share those with police. So the work continues. For now, we're live outside of police headquarters. Aaron, Baskerville, NBC 10 News.
And obviously, so much interest out in the community. Thanks, Aaron. The Philadelphia School District, meantime, is taking a step to make the streets around schools safer. School leaders said today that they're working on starting a Safe Path program. The district will use grant money to hire and train community groups to supervise schools in the morning and around dismissal time. The monitors will use bright vests and carry radios to communicate with police if they see trouble. NBC 10 wants to hear your story. What's working for your family, maybe your community? Send us an email to seekingpeace@nbcuni.com.